Clean energy without compromise, a just and resilient energy transition for the Philippines to protect Sierra Mountain Range. Can we fight climate change by destroying the very ecosystems that protect us? In the Philippines, renewable energy expansion is accelerating, especially windmill. But some projects are entering protected areas meant to safeguard biodiversity and indigenous communities. As we aim for climate leadership in ASEAN, this is a conflict we cannot ignore. Under Republic Act No. 11038, Section 14 allows conditional energy development inside protected areas. But this creates serious risk: habitat destruction, weak government enforcement, and displacement of indigenous peoples. Cases like Masungi Geo-Reserve shows that even renewable energy project can threaten ecological integrity. Renewable energy is necessary, but not all renewable energy is sustainable. Environmental planning fails when energy development ignores ecological limits. A just transition must balance energy, biodiversity, and people. For the Sierra Madre Mountain Range, particularly in Quezon, Rizal, and Laguna, and similar regions, I propose a dual strategy. First, no-go zones. Strictly prohibit energy projects in protected areas and reform policy loopholes. Second is the community-based renewable energy. Solar rooftops for households, solar-powered barangays facilities, and renewable energy in evacuation centers. This ensures energy development happens outside ecological sensitive zones. This strategy is grounded in a key environmental planning principles. The precautionary principles that avoid irreversible damage, the participatory governance, empower communities, and a system approach balance environment, society, and energy. It also aligns with the global goals, the SDG 7 on clean energy and SDG 13 on climate action. While supporting ASEAN environmental cooperation, implementation will focus on Sierra Madre Mountain Range Clean Energy 2026 to 2036, whereas all the protected areas from each region will unite to strengthening protected area management boards, mandatory environmental impact assessment, strict free, prior, and informed consent from indigenous peoples, and transparent digital monitoring systems. Government agencies must ensure the renewable projects are located in low-risk, already developed areas and not in protected ecosystems. This approach will protect biodiversity and watersheds, reduce social conflict, strengthen governance and public trust, and ensure long-term sustainability. It connects local action to national goals and ASEAN leadership. We do not have to choose between clean energy and conservation. The Philippines can lead not just by expanding renewable energy, but by doing it responsibly. The question is not whether we transition, but how we do it. Clean energy should not come at the cost of the very ecosystems that make life possible. Thank you.